Hello everyone, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to create findBlack and findWhite myBlock. So first we'll start with findBlack myBlock. All we need to do is first set a move tank block. I'm going to set the speeds to 50 because that's how I like my speed, my robot. You can choose whatever you like. Alright, so we set this on so it goes. Now what we're going to put in is a weight block. And here in the weight block, we're going to go to color sensor, compare, and reflected light intensity. Now this always needs to be less than, which is number 4, and make sure that this value is your black value that the color sensor over here gets back, since it's reflected light. So I'm going to set mine to just 30 for now. You have to make sure that yours is the same with your robot. Now all we're going to do is stop the motors. There we go. So this is the basic program. But now there's more that we need to do. So I'm going to first make this to my block. Actually, before that, let me explain to you guys what this is pretty much. So findBlack is when you first move your motors, then you wait for the color sensor to detect black, and then you stop the motors. So now let's make it into a myBlock. Select everything. Tools. myBlock builder. Alright, so I'm gonna name it findBlack. You can name it whichever one you like. Oops. I prefer this name because it gives a good description. Make sure you choose a good icon so it represents your program overall. I like color sensor. I think it fits in. So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna need to add parameters. We're gonna need 3. The first parameter is going to be based on your port, because for most people, when you have a color sensor on multiple ports, you need to know which one you're using. So this one I'm going to name port number. Oh, sorry. Here. Port number. Okay. Let me just write that myBlock name again. Alright, so support number. This you can keep same unless you like to design it your own way. So make sure you chain this according to the name. So since it's port number, I put this pound or hashtag sign. I feel it fits the thing. So now this is gonna be your motors. So you need to know that you have a motor C and B, or it can be A or D, whichever ones you use. So since mine's B and C, I'm going to write motor B for the first one. I'm going to leave this all. I'm going to set this as B. Once you complete the myBlock, you will input this into your B motor for me, which is right here. Now this one is going to be my C, so I'm going to do the same thing. And there we go. And this should be pretty much it. All you gotta do now is click finish. Make sure you have everything. There you go. Alright, so here's where you get to do the plugging in. Now, first of all, you need to make sure this is wired, which is this little tiny icon up there. It will pop up this port. So all you have to do is which we chose was the port number, you go in and plug it in. Now, we know that this is motor B, so we gotta click it. Let's see if I can get that. There we go. And put it into motor B. And then I have a motor C. And there we go. That's completed. findBlack myBlock. Now we want to create a findWhite. So since this is findWhite is pretty much the same thing as this, but the values will be changed since it's white, not black. So all I'm gonna do is copy these blocks and put them in another program. There we go. Alright, You can also put it in the original program. I just opened it up to show you that there's 2 different kinds. So now I have this. I'm gonna change the values. I'm gonna make this greater than, which is 2. And this is again your white value. I'm gonna set mine to around 80. I feel that's my range. And make sure it's wired. Now we're gonna create the same thing here. So again, I'm just gonna quickly go through the steps. Tools, myBlock builder. Now make sure you name this findWhite or whichever one you like to know they're both different. My icon, 1, 2, 3. Right, I'm gonna do this port number. Put the icon. This is my motor B. Put in the icon. For the last one, my motor C and its icon. Alright, so now I'm done with my findWhite as well. Again, just plug in your port number and motors. So here we go. Each one is in. And there we go. We have a findWhite and findBlack myBlock. Now I want to talk a little bit about the parameters. So I have the port number and the motors, right? Well, they all have pretty cool uses. As most of you know, the port number lets you choose which port your color sense is plugged in, so you know that you're doing the right one. But the motors also have pretty cool uses. So since these motors are wired, it lets you choose the speeds for each. Like here, you can put in speed for B and C. So that means that you can make the robot not just go straight, but it can turn. So you can make it turn to the left, you can make it turn to the right, it can go backwards to the left or to the right. It can take long turns or really short turns. So it has a lot of cool uses. So that's why I think it's a pretty useful way to have these 3 parameters at once. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love me.